Alright guys, let's get going on this training real quick. We're going to be going over plugins. As a matter of fact, I'm going to keep my glasses on me. Got my website right here up, so what I'm going to do is just, might tip out of the screen for a second just to get in there and make sure I got all these plugins correct. Basically guys, what you're going to do first is, let's just go ahead and we'll kind of draw this little thing up here on the board. This is your back office. You're basically in your dashboard, okay? And we'll have it on the screen recording for this too, but I do want to write down all these names. You're going to see a little sidebar over here, and down in here somewhere it's going to say plugins. I want you to go ahead and click that. What it's going to do up here in the top box is it's going to have a little add new button. You're going to click on that. Eventually it's going to have a little search box right down here, a little button that says search. And you're going to put in the names of these, hit search, boom. And then what it's going to do, guys, is once it's loaded, it's going to ask you to actually activate it on a little link. You click activate, and then it's activated. Once you do this, guys, sometimes you're going to find out that up in here, it has like a little click here to go to the settings or whatever. You don't have to go to them yet. You can go through and you can do all the settings and everything else after you've downloaded all of these plugins in. Okay, so basically I just wanted to show you that real quick. You can replay this little part of the video when you're done. And don't forget to bookmark this page. Here it is, guys. Let's start with this. First off, when you get on there, you're going to see two or three of them, like Akismet, Hello Dolly, and Jetpack. Now, I'm going to tell you real quick about Jetpack so that we can get that out of the way. You don't have to use it, or you can use it. As a matter of fact, I use it on one of my sites, and I think it's great. But you will have to go in and add another little tiny thing to your website as far as the statistics are concerned with Jetpack. You can actually go up and look up, search the plugin for Jetpack post statistics, and you can add that plugin into the Jetpack, and then it'll actually give you really good statistics for your website, just like StatSurf or the other ones that I show you here. So let's get into this. Akismet, what is it? How does it work? You can actually trash the Hello Dolly. I don't even use it, but Akismet is really cool. It actually gives you one per email for free. It's going to give you a key code, which is kind of a long numbers and letters and everything else. What you're going to do is you're going to click activate on that, and then it's going to ask you to go and visit the site and get your key code. What you're going to do there is that it'll give you one free one. When you get to the site and you fill out your information, it says get key code. It's going to have a little bar here with a little smiley face. And then if you get over here, it's going to make an angry face. But you slide this thing down to where you don't have to pay no money for it. And then you hit enter, go check your email. It's going to give you a little code. When you come back to Akismet, what it's going to do is if you open up the settings, there's going to be a little box right there. And you just paste that little code in there in the box. And then down here, or right here below it, just hit save options. And boom, it's on. What is Akismet? Akismet is really a really good filtering system for spam comments, okay? For spam comments. Let me write this better. So yeah, that's all it does. It just kind of filters out the spam so that things don't get approved too quickly, and it really kind of helps get rid of that. You'll end up with some spam from time to time anyways, but it does work to filter it out so it doesn't even get through into your database or anything like that, and really start cluttering up your website. Let's go to the next one. Let's just go into this. If you do have Jetpack already on there, you've pretty much got your everything you need in there. I'll actually show you guys a little bit about that on the on-screen recording, so don't worry about it. But here's the deal, guys. The next one that I really want to talk about is W3 Total Cache. What this does, guys, is it helps clean out your system. It cleans out your database. It really keeps things clean in your website. Keeps images clean, keeps things... It really just clears all of this stuff, like revisions of... or not revisions of posts, but it really keeps the database clean. That's all it really does. Just kind of cleans up some of the stuff. And the thing is, that keeps your website running much faster. Much faster. Cleans up the pages, cleans up the browser part, cleans up the everything. As a matter of fact, with this one, you can use the CDN on it, which means that you can actually go and get that 5 gigs of free memory space at Amazon, load your images up there, put in your email in the CDN place for your username for Amazon, and it will mirror those images there. Very simple to do. And then that way you don't really have to, you can put images on your site, but it doesn't really clog up anything. It actually just, it's a mirror for what's on Amazon. So it really doesn't make all, you guys will learn that as we go. But the thing is that W3 total cache, really honestly guys, get that. When you're in there and you're on there, go into settings, what's going to happen is on the front page, you're going to have a whole page, and it's going to have different sections on it that says activate with a little thing right here. You don't have to activate all these, but I do suggest the browser cache, all the basic stuff. You'll see inside of the on-screen recording on how to set that up. SEO, search engine optimization, getting your titles and your descriptions and everything else inside of your website. Very, very important. You've got two choices here. All-in-one or SEO by Yoast. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of opinions here. A lot of opinions, and opinions are like, what? That's right. We all got one. I'm sorry, I had to say that. But the thing is that, guys, you really, either one will really work. This one just gives you a lot more authority with your site. SEO by Yoast gives you a lot more functionality to it. A lot more ways to sit there and learn. You know, you can go in there and put your Alexa thing on there without having to go get another plugin and bog your system down. It allows for a lot of different SEO type things where you can go in and you can actually block the search engines from seeing certain pages or you know, doing certain things with certain pages. It really allows for a lot of functionality where all-in-one SEO does not. But here's the deal. Is this going to affect ranking issues? No. I think they're actually both really good. This is by far the simplest to do. I mean, all you do is activate the plugin, and then you'll see a red bar at the top of your site by your dashboard, and you just go in and put the title, the descriptions, and I usually put no index on the tags and the archives, and that's really it. Go down, save options, boom, your website is ready. But what's going to happen with these? These are actually made not only to sit there and do that with and really get your website up and running with the search engines and get the spiders to it, but also it's for posts and pages. When you create posts and pages, and I'll show you, you look down at the bottom, you're going to see where it says title, SEO title, description, any keywords that you want to use. Don't use meta keywords. There's no sense in it. I've already talked about that in the free training. But you do need these things. Now, the all-in-one SEO pack is going to do title, description, meta tags, and something else. This one's going to be a little bit more formal. It's going to be a little bit more in-depth. It's actually going to let you know a few things that you might be missing within that piece of content. So this is why I tell people to just go ahead and go with it. But do you have to? No, this one is actually even easier to use. But this one is very, very simple to learn. As a matter of fact, you can go to SEO by Yoast on YouTube, and they'll walk you through everything that you need to do right there. But I'll also show you in these videos. Number 4, WP Optimize. Why do I like WP Optimize so much? Because it does. It clears up the database. It optimizes. It clears out spam comments. It cleans out revisions. Every time that you sit there and save a post or republish something or publish something at all, you'll see how this works. It actually stores in your database, and so it can clog up your whole website in general and just making a lot of information that just shouldn't be parsed through. This actually cleans it up right on the spot. As a matter of fact, every day I go in and I clear my cache on my websites once a day. I go in and I do the WP Optimize real quick. At the end of my day, when I'm done working, everything is cleaned out, everything is running proficiently and fast. See, that's one of the things, though, that this and this are going to help is page speed. And page speed is extremely important, guys. It's extremely important that your website lights up pretty fast. Matter of fact, I kept mine under 900 milliseconds. So all of my websites. So it's been pretty good. Number 5. Let me take a look right here. We'll go with... let's go with Stat Surfer. Stat Surfer is pretty cool, guys. If you're not going to use the Jetpack, you should have Stat Surfer. All you have to do is activate this. After that, it's running. You can go over, and once you put these things in, as a matter of fact, guys, over on that dashboard in the thing, you're going to start seeing little sections light up like SEO, Stat Surfer, blah blah blah. You start seeing little icons that you can click on and go look at that, and manage that particular plugin. Stat Surfer is going to give you stats, guys. It's going to give you everything from the refers, where were you referred from when people hit your website, what was the link. It's going to go through feeds, how many people are starting to feed off your website through Google Reader and things like that. It's going to go through a lot of other stuff that's very, very technical, but down at the very bottom you're going to start seeing that spiders are starting to crawl. What spiders? Google's, text.robot, robot text. It's going to start showing you that Yandex and Alexa and all these different spiders are starting to crawl and rank your website. Start to pay attention to it. So this is something also that you can pay attention, and it'll break down the actual visitors to your website, the different IP addresses. When it's different IP addresses, that means it's an actual human being visiting your website. So that is pretty awesome. You want to add that in there. Another thing is I know that I used to sit there and do a whole lot of stuff with Google Analytics and Google stuff like that, but I am no real SEO, guys. I'm not a professional SEO. The less Google knows, I think the happier we will be. I really honestly believe that. So I don't get into the Google Analytics plugins. I have done them. I've worked with them. If you wish to use them and you're in my private training and I'm working with you privately, or any one of us, literally, guys, we will help you set those up and show you how to manage those. They're very easy to manage. But the thing is I don't use them at all except for one. I use one, period, which is Google Video Sitemap. It's the only sitemap I use outside of SEO by Yoast. SEO by Yoast has a sitemap built in already. Now, there's two different sitemaps out here you can use, guys. If you use the all-in-one pack, don't forget, you will have to go out and get another sitemap, and they actually have one called XML Sitemap, so it's a plugin. So if you do go with this one, let's just put this right here, XML Sitemap. So write that down if you have to, if you're going to use all-in-one. If you're not, you're just going to use this. This already has sitemaps built in, so you just click on it, build the sitemap, it builds it for you, it's all done. Google Sitemap, Video Sitemap, what's going to happen is once you sit there and you get this and you actually click on it and it's like, yeah, there's the sitemap, it says it's built, you can click on to view that sitemap and it's going to bring up a page with nothing but your videos on there. All the videos from your posts and your pages within your website is pretty flippin' awesome. So I think this is a good thing because the one thing that Google loves is video. Okay, so let's go on to another one. I like this one. Is very, very simple. It's called the image widget. It's pretty awesome. Image widget. This is something that's going to be actually in your widget bar when you're looking at my website or something like that. And you see on the sidebar I've got an image up here, maybe an image down here, something that's clickable or nice looking. There's just a picture of me on the about part. That's how I got that in there. Once you actually get this plugin and you activate it, it'll show you. It ends up in your widgets. So you're going to take that and drag it over into your widget section. So you're going to go through the widget training if you haven't already, and you're going to see how to use this thing. Very simple. It's great for adding images over there, some rich content, rich text to that sidebar, because the sidebars do count to a point with Google and other search engines. Too much junk and crap on those sides can really hurt you. And as you're going to see, guys, I don't have a lot of silliness going on in my website. Another thing that I use here is simple widgets, simple icons. Basically what this is going to do, guys, and actually let me get the actual real name. But while I'm looking this up real quick, I'll tell you this. It's very important, guys, to sit there and make sure that you have some sort of icons, I believe, on the sidebar of your website. It's just a real good thing to do. And actually what it's called is Simple Social Icons. Now, basically, guys, this is made up from the Genesis theme, the Genesis company. These guys actually create some wonderful themes. There are other different widget icons that you can use. Simple social icons. It's just one that's very, very clean, very nice. There's some other ones out here that are pretty awesome, and you can look around for that. But this is something that I think you should have. I don't care which one you use, but this one is the one that I'm using, especially an online mentor now. Looks very nice, very great, but it's pretty cool. If you want to use any of the other ones, once you put in simple social icons, you can also put in social icons widget, and then it'll ring up, and you'll find some of the very top ones. Usually when you're looking at these things, guys, you're looking for things that have stars of like 4 or more, because those things are really rated highly by people who really know what they're doing here online. So those are the things that you're looking for. Simple social is really just going to be a set of icons at the top where people can contact me directly on my website, where they can go to my Facebook, go to my Google+, blah, 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 and all that crazy stuff. So, let's go here. We'll look at some more of these. Let's see here. Bookmarks. As far as bookmarks are concerned for your posts and your pages and everything else, I would say this. Let's do this one. 9. I use sketch bookmarks on onlinementornow.com. But on my other ones, I actually use the ones that come with, I'll use like Simple Social. You can just Google Simple Social, or not Google it, but search it in your plugins. That's a great one too. Jetpack comes with a wonderful one. As a matter of fact, on the SEM Pro and all that stuff, the Jetpack one is already on there, and it looks really cool. Sketch bookmarks, however, it's just really fun looking. If you go to Online Mentor Now, it's really nice, it's sketchy. Now, if you've got like a website that has like a darker setting to it, it won't look that good. This one can be kind of funky with the different themes. So make sure that you have a good white back theme, or maybe gray or darker gray, and it looks really cool because they're kind of like really cool artist kids drawing out the the icons. But I like sketch bookmarks. It's a very clean piece of plugin. It's very simple. It doesn't take up a lot of junk. Doesn't add a lot of stuff to your website to bog it down. Let's see here, guys. Let's do some more here. The other one that I do use is Ultimate Tiny MCE. Now, this is going to be something that's actually pretty cool, guys. And this will be the last one that I put on here. If you find any other plugins that you would like to use, or if you're working with me personally and you've got some sort of, cool business going on and you really need some other things, that's understandable. Every website can be a little bit different, but every website should have the basics, period. And that's why we're here. We're just going through the basics of things that you should have on your website as far as plugins are concerned to better optimize the same. We'll talk about why these plugins are here in the first place in a minute. Ultimate Tiny MCE is going to give you the advantage of sitting there, and when you go in there and you create, you're going to go create a page or a post, and you got that little WYSIWYG, the little editor bar right there, and it's got a couple lines of stuff in there. This is actually going to help you add some more stuff, where if not already, your theme doesn't come with it, you can actually shortcode, put little tiny shortcodes in that maybe creates columns on a page. Maybe some of these is actually really cool. I would add the YouTube ones, because what happens, or the video ones, what happens, guys, is that it creates a nice clean shortcode for that video, where all you have to do is just put in the link to the video, boom, it's already lit up, just like Online Mentor Now works on the same premise. So the Tiny MCE is really, really awesome. Go through there, you can learn about the different types of icons and what those little tiny pieces of software do for that WYSIWYG, for that editor bar. But I do suggest that you put some in like font families, so you can create different fonts within your website if you wish. Also for shortcodes for videos, columns, things like that. This is really just for the editor bars, just to put it in there, and so that you can have more functionality when creating a good piece of content. So that's really it, guys. I don't think you need any more than that. What these different plugins are for, basically, these are really just little pieces of software in your website to help out with either functionality or the look and the feel of a website, or how the website actually works, how well it works, like your all-in-one SEO, your optimizer, your cache, helps speed up the process of your website. This will help the search engines really crawl this stuff. Stat Surfer is actually for you. It's to let you know what visitors are coming, where they're coming from, everything else. Even the Jetpack one will sit there and you add in that extra little thing for posts. It'll tell you what posts are most popular to people. Google Video Sitemap just really creates a good sitemap of videos throughout your website that Google can put into an order and really crawl. That actually is going to help ranking with your videos on YouTube because it's also going to help with the ranking of that piece of content. Image widget, that's really just for the look and the feel of a website, just for the user's end. Simple icons, same thing, just for the user. Sketch bookmarks. This is a way to sit there and share that piece of content because at the bottom of the page, the post, wherever you decide to put these things, your people will be able to share your content. So that's really for the end user in reality. Ultimate Tiny MC, this is really just a functionality for you to really get in there and be a little bit more creative with the content when you're creating it. Other than that, that's all these things are about. So see you on the next training. We're going to do the on-screen recording no matter what. God bless, guys.